For a long time, I was waiting for something to happen. I was waiting for somebody to come knock on my door. Somebody that might provide me with an opportunity or provide me with the direction that I needed to go. But nobody ever knocked. And the hardest thing I had to learn was that nobody was going to. For most of my adult life, I knew exactly who I was. I was a police officer. That career gave me purpose. It gave me direction. It gave me an identity. And honestly, I was good at it. But when that chapter ended, I struggled a lot more than I expected. I thought retirement would feel like freedom. I thought I would finally have all this time to figure everything out. But instead, I felt lost. For a long time, I really didn't move forward. I would sit there thinking, I have to do something. I have to get moving. I can't keep doing this. But knowing you need to change and actually changing are two very different things. And there were days when I would just sit there, scrolling, doing nothing, feeling worse because I know I wasn't doing anything that I should be doing. And the hardest part wasn't losing the job. It was losing the person that I thought I was. I had spent years building an identity around being a police officer. Then suddenly that was gone. And I had to figure out, who am I now? What do I have left to offer? And what direction do I go? The thing that finally started changing things for me was actually creating something. I started building a website. At first, I didn't know where it would go. I didn't know if it would make any money. I didn't know if anyone would care, but something unexpected happened. I enjoyed the process. I enjoyed solving problems. I enjoyed building something, and I felt like I was moving again. And that's when I realized something. Sometimes you don't find direction and then take action. Sometimes you take action and then direction appears. I started going back to the gym. Not because I suddenly became motivated. Trust me, I didn't. But I realized something. Doing something was better than doing nothing. Even a small step to prove that I wasn't stuck anymore. And I started thinking about my kids. Because I don't want them to look back someday and think or see someone who gave up. I want them to see someone who struggled. I want them to see somebody who had hardship, but someone who kept trying. Someone who kept fighting. Someone who refused to believe that their best days were behind them. That's what I'm doing now. I'm creating, I'm learning, I'm building. I don't know exactly where this road leads, but for the first time in a long time, I'm moving forward. So if you're watching this and you feel stuck, if you feel like you've lost your direction, if you've been waiting for something to happen, maybe this is your sign. Take a small step. Do something. Anything. Because you don't have to have your entire life figured out today. You just have to start moving. Nobody ever knocked on my door. And maybe nobody's coming to knock on yours either. But that doesn't mean your story is over. It means it's time to start building. If you're rebuilding your life, finding your direction, or just trying to become the person that you know you can be, subscribe. I'm figuring this out too. And we can do it together.